Alright guys, check this out. Exciting times here for the Aussie dollar. We're breaking in just as price is hammering, trying to crash that 71.34, which is a huge resistance. It's actually a cluster combined of two different key levels, right on top, one on top of the other. And I actually mentioned that key level here, 71.34, as my trigger level. So the fact that I actually pulled the trigger way before the official trigger level was taken is a whole different story. But we actually initiated a bullish position as price began to turn around, bouncing off that bottom support, last line of support here, 70.29. Talking about the blue system right now, right? And the bottom key level right here. And as it began to turn around, that's where we took action. Now, along the way, it was a bit of a bumpy ride, to be honest, right? Price, after a couple of days, which went pretty well, started to jump up and down within this very tight range that I was able to pinpoint here with that purple setup. But I kept the position in place. I actually increased the position. Later on, when price, just a couple of days ago, failed to break that 71.01 top resistance here, I actually took some profit off the table, decreased the position, then price went all the way, just slightly touching base here on the lower section. I actually I got right back in, so I re-increased the position again. And now, just a few hours ago, I noticed the close of yesterday, right? And it was quite a failure, to be honest, right? You can see the attempt to break through. Price was actually trading a little bit above that key level at some part, and then coming right back, right, closing right back below. Usually that's not a good sign. So what I did, I decreased the position again. I took more profit and decreased the position to minimum size again. So right now I have only one portion in, right? Now, I'm not sure with regards to what we're looking at right now. It looks promising, right? It looks like price is exploding. However, like I said, early hours of the day, anything could happen. Price could go all the way back and leave even a higher spike than what it did yesterday. And that's obviously not going to be a good sign again. And at that point, if that will happen, right? If that scenario would happen, I would split. I would close the position as quickly as I can and wait for price to actually break that key level with a weekly confirmation. So right now, I mean, things are looking pretty good. I can only hope that price will remain above that key level by the end of the day. That's our main point of reference. And if it does, the only thing I'm going to do is just keep pushing the trigger and reinforcing my position, because we have a few interesting price targets along the way. I mean, this move is really ambitious, guys. We're just at the, just at the tip of the turnaround in what I what I think is going to be a full-fledged upside reversal and upside trend. Now, I took you to the weekly chart for the bigger picture to show you what I think could happen, potentially speaking, the move all the way to 78.25. We're talking 700 pip, right? 650 pip roughly. A long way to go. And we still have a few interesting price targets to mention. The first, 72.58. That's an important one. I'm definitely going to use it for partial execution. Later on, we need to break that 73.66. That's quite an obstacle. Once we get there, I see only one level that could be another interesting resistance along the way, 75.46. That's actually the 1.236 Fibonacci projection, first Fibonacci projection level to the previous significant opposite move, guys, right? It has to be this one. So, and later on, 78.25. Now, where is that coming from? If you don't remember, we have the bigger picture actually coming from the monthly chart, and I think what we have here is a non-established trend range, only two legs. But if I read this correctly, we could be seeing the beginning of the third leg that will go up all the way to the higher section. That's from the medium to long-term perspective, of course. Going back again to the daily chart, to the local price section, like I said, we definitely want to see price overcome that 71.34 from the daily perspective. Later on, have a weekly confirmation, and I think we're good to go. We'll just carry on with our original plan. That's about that for this now, guys. I should mention the fact that my next step would be to adjust the stop loss level by 50 pip to 69.85. Alright, that's about that for this one. That's about that for today. We'll see you tomorrow.